this has, in my mind, when you talk to teachers, it is so dispiriting to them. This idea that they are just given this core curriculum that they must teach to, and it puts them inside a box that steals, when you have to go to a job like that. Look, I deal with my kids for just like 40 minutes in the morning, and I'm ready to go to the teacher's lounge and get high like that. So they're out there, they're banging it out to steal the creativity and joy and inspiration that they might bring to the process. Seems like a real criminal.
Well, there are two crimes here. One is the crime against the teachers, because teachers want to teach. They become teachers, and everyone I've ever talked to says the same thing. Mm-hmm. I became a teacher because I want to make a difference in the lives of children. And then they're given a script. So they don't have the ability to be creative, as you put it. They lose their professional autonomy. I mean, the Common Core, which is the curriculum we're talking about here, is an answer to a problem we don't have. We have a problem of poverty, and the Common Core does nothing to address that particular problem. But the second crime is against children, because we're now so focused on testing that we are rewarding the kids who can pick the right box. And what we need for the 21st century is the kids who think outside the box, not inside the box.
The specific standards were never voted upon by Congress, the Department of Education, state or local governments, yet their implementation was approved by 49 states and territories. The president essentially bribed states into implementation via Race to the Top, offering $4.35 billion taxpayer dollars. But education is unlike every other bureaucratic institute in our government. The task of teaching is never quantifiable. If everything I learned in high school is a measurable objective, I haven't learned anything. I'd like to repeat that. If everything I learned in high school is a measurable objective, I have not learned anything. Creativity, appreciation, inquisitiveness, these are impossible to scale, but they're the purpose of education. Why our teachers teach, why I choose to learn. And today we find ourselves in a nation that produces workers. Everything is career and college preparation. Somewhere our founding fathers are turning in their graves, pleading, screaming, and trying to say to us that we teach to free minds. We teach to inspire. We teach to equip. The careers will come naturally.
Math question for you board members. Are you ready? Get your pencils out. I'm not kidding. Are you smarter than a Common Core fourth grader? Let's find out. The problem is, Mr. Yamada's class has 18 students. If the class counts around by a number and ends with 90, what number did they count by? I'll restate the problem. Mr. Yamada's class has 18 students. If the class counts around by a number and ends with 90, what number did they count by? Does anyone on the board have an answer? 5. And may I ask, madam, how did you come up with that answer?
18 and 90.
You know why? Because that's what makes sense, right? That's the way we were taught to do it in the 4th grade level. This, however, is what the Common Core standards expect our 4th graders to do. If they saw that in those 2 steps they get it marked wrong, they are expected to draw 18 circles with 90 hash marks, solving this problem in exactly 108 steps. Board members, this is not rigorous. This is not college ready. This is not preparing our children to compete in a global economy. Skipping rote memorization of multiplication tables is hindering their ability to master long division and fractions later on in the semester. And now our children who were testing in the 80th or higher percentile in math last year are now coming home with C's, D's, and F's on their report cards. Not because, as Arnie Duncan would put it, that white suburban mothers think their children aren't as brilliant as they thought they were, but because, thank you, I encourage you to listen to us when we send you our emails, despite the comments that were made by our chairperson here today. Our concerns are not based on hysteria or propaganda. They are based on fact, and we are prepared to present those facts. Can you see the trembling in my voice? Parents have not had a voice here, and you need to listen to our concerns. We are moving forward with our legislature to make some very serious changes to this, and all I ask is that you bend your ear and take us seriously. We are college-educated parents. I come to you with 12 years of college education and a former member of the National Honor Society when I tell you this is not working. and it's not what they told you it would be. We will save the privacy concerns and the testing concerns for our legislature. But when it comes to standards, that's your ball court.
What Common Core does is strip the individual of everything that makes them unique. That is authoritarianism.